Hi, it's Jane. I'll sit down and do a little bit of crocheting with you today. Not a whole lot because I have quite a few other things I need to get done. But thought we'd just sit and chat. I don't know, and I'm going to talk about a feature that YouTube rolled out to content creators, and it's called collaborations. And I'll be honest, I have not turned it on yet, because I was really hoping to get more information on it. And I have seen there's already been a couple of issues with it. Now, initially, it was rolled out to the content creators that it was coming, and that basically we could collaborate with up to 4 other content creators, maybe on a project or whatever we wanted to do with our videos. But what it would do is when we do these collaborations with the other content providers, sorry about that, that down below under that video, let me get a drink, see if I can clear this throat. It's all the allergies and nonsense. But when you look down underneath the video of it, basically what it would show is, say you were in collaboration with that video for 4 people, 4 different content, 4 different YouTube channels. It would list those channels underneath when you click on more or see more. And it would show you which ones you are subscribed to. But then next to the channel that you are not subscribed to, there would be the subscribe button. But what I'm hearing from some of the folks that are getting these, that they're getting all of the collaboration videos sent to them in there if they've turned on the notify for the notification of new videos, which that's kind of an issue. And I don't know if YouTube thought about the way that was coming. Maybe they did, was hoping that it would grow a lot of channels so there would be increased viewership, which means increased revenue for YouTube, Google, the mother company, because they would be showing videos, ads on all the videos, regardless. I understand that could be an issue for some because they don't necessarily want to get somebody else's channel they're not subscribed to all of the notifications when they've put a video up. So, it's just one of those things that I think needs to be worked out. Like I said, I've been trying to find out more information about it before I turn it on, because yes, I have thought about it. Not so much to grow the channel, but it's a great way for different channels to come together and just present a new, different type of video. So I have no idea how that's going to work. The one thing that YouTube was clear about is that for those channels that are monetized, the home channel, say if I had done the collaboration and then had invited in the other channels in on this video, that I would receive the monetization payout for the video, regardless of who watched it, whether you're a subscriber from one of the other channels, whatever. If you watched the video, then I would receive the payout for that. Which, that was pretty clear. But the things that, to me, that are not clear is, are you going to be getting notifications every time And what if you don't want those notifications? I guess I'm not really explaining it well. But let's say if I had a collaboration with Connie of Just Another Stitch, then every time, with the only time that you got a notification, and let's say you're subscribed to me, but you're not subscribed to Connie, which I don't know why you're not, but that's, you know, that's on you. If you want to, a lot of people just don't want to subscribe to a whole lot of channels. So, does that mean every time that she posts a video, whether it's a collab or not, you're now going to see it because you watched one of our collab videos? Or will those videos be sent out to you every time we do a collab, follow up, whether it's her channel, my channel, whatever? And I think the other thing is, and this is something that's will be worked out between the content creators, because initially, you'd want to be fair about, we'll do the collab on my channel this week, we'll do it on yours next week, say we're doing a weekly. Ronan is just really annoying me today. He keeps trying to get up here and take things off of, I have a rolling desk, work desk, that I have my computer on, and he is trying to take things off of it that he has no business messing with. He's just really being a stinker. But anyway, what I was saying is, would you be getting those notifications all the time? But the main thing is, to be fair for the people with the collaboration, they have to work out a schedule for when they're going to do the collaborations and home channels, for it to be fair financially for all. Those that are not monetized probably may not care. YouTube put that out there as a way to build your subscriber base, which it may not, who knows. This may be a bust with YouTube doing this. But we'll see. And like I said, I have not turned on that tab yet because I want more information. I have sent questions to YouTube for some clarification on it, just to see. I do know that there are, okay, maybe not. There are some people that had watched one of the collabs, and now when they go to, I guess the homepage, they're seeing all the different collaborations on their page. So that's kind of intrusive, and I'm not sure that there are a lot of folks that want that. I don't mind getting recommendations. I don't mind seeing collaborations done between channels. But I'm kind of curious on how this is going to work. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what's going on with the whole YouTube universe right now. And I noticed today that when I went to upload my water video on Facebook, at first it just was not going to allow me to do it. Could not do it until about 10 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, what's going on there? I couldn't post. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even make an individual post talking about anything, or, just a post to say, hey, are you guys out there? It's really bizarre. But, yeah, it's just one of those things you just kind of go, okay, what's going on there? with Facebook. And my first thought is, oh my goodness, they're going to give me something wonderful, spectacular. That's doubtful. But, yeah. I do think it's interesting. 8 times our Congress has had a vote to reopen the government, and 8 times the Democrats have voted no to keep it closed. Now, there is speculation that they want to wait, like I said before, till after the No Kings protest that this weekend before they decide to open it up, which may or may not happen. But some of the things that I don't think people have gone to look at, and yes, this is Democrats that are shutting it down. Same way they did Trump's first, term. This time they want to include, I think, $5 million for other countries, foreign countries, 8 foreign countries that has nothing to do with the needs that these countries need. They want to reintroduce the LGBT, I don't know, dance. I don't know if it's dance, but some of those LGBT features in the Balkans. And there's a part of me that goes, most people don't even know where the Balkans are. They don't understand the culture, and is that really wise money to send there? They want to add climate something to some strange small country. Something about women's empowerment or something in Kenya, in Africa, which, if you understood the African culture there in Africa, that's probably a waste of money, because the clans, the tribes, are not going to go for that unless they are a matriarchal tribe, and they already practice that, so they don't need it. Just like learning in Indonesia, in certain parts of Indonesia, husbands and wives don't live together with their children. The husbands have a hut with the older men, or with their older children, men, not the female children. And the wives have their own home with the children, separate from the husband. I guess in order to have more children, you do a visitation, either somewhere in between or whatever. But, because, it takes male and female to make a baby. That's kind of how biology works. But, they're insisting on that. And then now they're talking about suing Trump administration for the reauthorization of some of the funds to pay the military today. You can't make this crap up. And there's a part of me that says, can we do a class action lawsuit against the Democrats for holding up our government services, for holding us hostage? That would be nice if we could do that, regardless of whether it's Republicans or Democrats that are holding those things up. This is the same continuing resolution that they have passed years and years and years now. They did it under Biden 3 times, maybe 4 times. I do know they did it under him 3 times. It's the exact same continuing resolution. Doesn't have any of the added budget items in. Those are done later on. And for continuing resolutions, you do have to have 60 votes. It's not just a majority. So, I think for budget you can have less than 60. That could absolutely be, or the Republicans could get that budget passed regardless. But now when I have to look at because I don't remember if that's possible on the budget or not. But they're trying to say that Trump does not have the authority to use those funds. Those funds have been put aside for different things, and one of those is things such as this. And yes, he does have the authority to do it. It's under a lot of the laws Congress passed, because he's not the first president to do it. So, I don't know. I'm just hoping that the No Kings protests are not violent. That there is no violence there from either side. And I had someone was telling me, this is a personal friend of mine. Yeah, but if you have, say, 5 million people show up for these protests across the nation, that's really showing people how the nation feels. And I said, yeah, but we're supposedly a nation of 300, billion people? Million people? So that means the rest of them that chose not to go out there for those protests, that you're assuming that's the way they feel? So, I don't know. Interesting. And then one of the gals said, well, the No Kings protest is because, he's moving towards an authoritarian thing. He wants to stop elections and, do this and do some gerrymandering of voting districts. The majority of the voting districts that have to be redistricted have been done by judges putting an order out there because it's not fair to the constituents that live in those areas. So they've told them they need to redraw the lines that is more consistent with their voters that are registered. And the majority have been done by, oh my goodness, judges that were appointed by a Democrat president. So, and the left does it all the time. They gerrymander all the time, anytime they get in there, constantly, and many times those are overturned. Just like the one that was done in Texas. It was gerrymandered under the Democrats, and the judges, Republicans, and other people took it to court. Judge said, nope, you're right, it's not fair, needs to be redistricted. So choose your battles wisely, folks, and actually find out the full facts of what's going on there. Kind of scary, isn't it? Living in a day and age when people are just too lazy to do the research on their own. They need somebody else to do it. And then they just finally blindly follow someone because, like I had a friend that once told me, well, Democrats are for the poor people. And then I just asked her, okay, so what have Democrats done for the poor people? So she went back and she started looking, and she comes back to me and she goes, they've done very little for the poor people. I said, well, I'm willing to listen to figure out what they're doing for the people, but I really don't see a whole lot of stuff going on. But, whatever. I had a little bit of a laugh at Ronan this morning. We were playing fetch with his mouse. I tossed his mouse over onto the couch for the love seat. He went and he got it. And in our area of Pennsylvania, you don't have one company like the water, sewage, garbage department that picks up your garbage. You have to pay. You have to find your own garbage pickup service, and you pay them a monthly fee to come pick up your garbage, that kind of thing. So in this area, there are 2 days that they pick up garbage. One is Wednesday. I'm filming this on Wednesday. And one is on Thursday. So I use the one that picks up on Thursday because I like their service, and I just like the folks there in the office. So, being Wednesday morning, he hears the trash truck. As he goes to grabs the mouse off the love seat, then he proceeds to carry his mouse over into the window to watch the garbage truck before he finally brought it over to me for us to continue our game of fetch. So that was one of those things that just, he had me giggling with that, because I've never seen him do that before. But he was nosy and wanted to see what was going on. Yeah, these cats, sometimes they crack me up. And other times they annoy me. You know, and the one thing that annoys me the most is the getting up on the table. I have tried to break them of that. I've done the foil, the crinkly, the noise, the whole thing, so that when they walk on it, it's there. I've done everything but put fly paper down. And I'm not so sure I want to have to pick up fly paper every time I want to use my table. So anyway, but you know, I mean, I understand why the woman that initially rescued them fed the cats on the table. But I'm having a hard time breaking them of it. I mean, there's times like I've gone into the bedroom or to the laundry room to do whatever I'm doing in there. And I come back and there'll be a cat on the table sitting there looking at me. And I'm like, and I look straight at them. I'm like, get off the table. And they immediately get off the table. You'd think they'd figure out I don't want them on the table. But they're on me, so. Sorry about that. But anyway, and the other thing is, I'd lost the brush for the cats, you know, the cat brush. Finally found the cat brush, so I've been brushing the cats, and that's helping with keeping the small kittens around, but they still leave their kittens around. But now both of them are wanting to be brushed 3 and 4 times a day, which is fine. If I have the time. Sometimes I don't have the time. You know how the cats are. Sometimes they're needy. They're like little children. So that's kind of what's going on in my world today. How about yours? I hope that you guys are able to sit down, work on the things that you'd like to work on, and let me ask you: are you open to being, I don't know, almost bombarded by YouTube with collaboration videos from other people when you see it? And what I mean by that is, if I've done I'm the home channel for one video. The next channel, it's collaboration with the same channel, but they are the home video. You're constantly getting every video put in front of your face with all the channels listed. So are you okay with that? Would that bother you? Do you feel that that's intrusive? What are some of the questions you have for YouTube about that? Because I don't mind asking them. Sometimes it takes a week to get back answers from YouTube. Sometimes they'll answer you the same day. Sometimes they answer you with an article that has nothing to do with what you've asked. So you just have to keep after it with YouTube. They're kind of a strange bunch sometimes. And I'm sure that's because they use AI. You know, they have millions of content creators. They have millions of subscribers who follow different channels. So I'm sure that they get a lot of questions. And the use of the AI in the chat box probably helps them tremendously so they don't actually have to send it to someone. Now, I am not one of those people that has a YouTube manager. My channel is not big enough. I think you have to reach 10,000 or is it 15,000 subscribers to be assigned a, they call a YouTube manager. Maybe it's advisor now. But it's someone that helps you with the channel and helps basically give you some ideas and some things to run by. And if there's any concerns, you can reach out to those people directly. You don't have to go through the chat box and all that kind of stuff. So maybe someday. But right now, nope. All right, guys. I'm going to cut this short. And we'll talk to you again tomorrow. In the meantime, everybody have a great day. And since, you know, we need to get some projects done, work on your projects in your spare time. See you again soon. Bye.